streets, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it with Johnson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time.
And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Looking to throw. Gibson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fleming. That one good for 24 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Gibson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
That was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Gibson's pass completes to number 87.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Watch the safety crew.
Haskins now off the bootleg. He's got Evans. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 50 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.